welcome to All Things Home with Lisa and Amanda.
We're with Century 21 North Homes in Burlington, Washington.
I was directing, just for those of you that are just listening to this.
She's part Italian. She talks with her hands.
So today we are here to talk to you about some spring cleaning. It's springtime. A couple days ago was the official first day of spring, March 20th, every year.
I claim the 21st because it's the first full day.
But my mom's birthday is on March 20th, first day of spring. Never forget.
Never forget.
Flag Day is June 14th, my sister's birthday. So hey, we're
Well,
great.
that's nice. Certainly makes it easy.
Absolutely. So, what are some things we should do with our spring cleaning checklists?
Well, I'm kind of inclined to focus on the outdoor checklist because as the weather gets better and the sun is shining and we haven't seen it in 9 months, I'm just really excited to get outside. So we'll start there. And starting with your deck, you want to check for rotting wood, sweep, scrub or power wash, and then restain. You really don't have to do it every year. You can kind of get away with restaining like every other year, but you do want to stay on top of it, especially here in Washington, where water destroys everything.
Absolutely. And depending on your stain, you could actually get up to 5 years before you have to restain. So you just really check it. You may have to reseal it. But yeah, usually restaining you can put off depending on how harsh the winter was.
And the quality of product that you're using,
Yes.
what you're really trying to accomplish. There are some pretty great things out there if you want like a semi-permanent solution and not really have to restain every so often. I personally like the natural look of wood, so I kind of stick with just a good sealer and bug repellent. And yeah, definitely every other year on that because it wears out fast.
Yep. So make sure that deck is ready for you guys to have some summertime fun.
Right. And
Absolutely.
on your deck, there's a grill more often than not. You get out there and make some good burgers, steaks. What's your fave? We personally at my house love kebabs of all sorts, but the shrimp ones are the best. Anyways, you want to check out all your functions, see if you need any parts, wipe it down, scrub it. If you're like at my house, we do charcoal always still because we prefer the flavor. So it's really just a matter of getting those ashes out, but leaving a few because, it adds to the flavor. But if you do propane grill for ease and convenience, you want to make sure to replace your propane tank, check all your fittings, and, clean your cover. Hopefully you've had it covered through the winter at least.
Those of you that barbecue all year or grill all year, you should probably do all of this stuff, every couple weeks. Just to make sure. But yeah, I know some people that grill all year long.
Well, if you have a nice covered space to do it, it's not too bad. Or if you just, put on a raincoat.
Take your umbrella.
Yeah. Just want very important, as a homeowner, if you have vinyl siding, keep your barbecue away from it because it can cause some serious damage with warping just from the heat. So you want to get that barbecue well away from your house.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, after we're done with the grill, what are we going to cover?
Well, I bounce around because the deck and the grill go together to me. But, washing windows, very important. Brush and wipe down your screens. Remove storm windows. Inspect for chips and cracks and make sure they are secure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So spring cleaning is not just a thing. Some of this stuff you do to make sure that your home isn't getting damaged or what has been damaged during the winter months, that you find it fairly fast so that you have, all summer long to fix it.
Right? You want to keep that maintenance up on your home. It's your biggest investment more often than not, and you don't want to be going to market with deferred maintenance that will not get you as much money as you could potentially have.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you want to focus on, of course, if you have any trees in your yard, you want to trim the low-hanging branches, check for rotting portions of the tree, see if it's become a hazard to your house. Recommend, trimming those larger limbs. And yeah, just protect your home.
Absolutely.
Well, let's see, the outdoor surfaces. Yeah, power wash siding, clean your gutters. My husband just cleaned our gutters yesterday. We still need to do the moss out on the roof though. In Washington, I kind of think that you should do it fall and spring, because I see everybody does it in the spring. It doesn't really seem to keep it from coming back with a vengeance before it actually has time to die off. And to be perfectly honest, I don't think in our area it ever really goes away. So if you do it twice a year, it's probably better than once a year. But you definitely want to at least do it in the spring.
I'm just over here nodding my head for those of you that can see me, those that can't. I'm over here quietly agreeing with everything that Amanda is saying. Moss out should be done twice a year, and you want to try and do it after the spring rain, or at least a week before the rain hits, so it has some time to get up in there. And the rain actually disperses it across your roof if you have a pitched roof. You get it up there, you just don't want to do it in the rain. You want to have at least a day of dry, so that it has some time to disperse on its own. So, yeah, that's what I know about moss out.
Well, yeah, and ideally you want to make sure that it is in between those rains, because I know from experience, personal and unfortunate experience, that if you go up there with the powder on a nice, dry, clean, beautiful day, and you don't at least wet down your roof, all of your powder is just going to blow away in the wind. So don't do that. At least if it's been dry for a long time and you've got time and you're getting up there to do it, take your hose up with you, wet it down, then put the stuff down, and that way at least it'll stay put. Because it's not the cheapest thing to buy, that moss out, so you definitely don't want to lose it to wind. It's a downer.
Very much so. Very much so.
Just sharing so you can learn from my mistakes. I think that's important.
Absolutely.
And there's really only one other thing on the list. It's lighting.
Lighting.
Yeah, like your porch lights and all that stuff.
Yeah, you should probably. So I changed mine out in the springtime. My front porch light and my back porch light, both. I don't do the ones on my garage, but I get the light bulbs that have the bug zappers in them, and I put that in my light bulb thing during the spring and the summer, because lots of bugs. And
oh, I just learned a new thing today. I don't know if it's true, because I saw it on the internet, and you know how that goes. But I'll share with you, because we don't know if it's true. Disclaimer, 100% not sure, but it sounded really cool to me, and I like it. If you put big pots of lemongrass on your patio, it keeps bugs away.
yes.
I'm going to look into it, but it sounds right. I mean, it seems legit.
Sounds good to me too.
Yeah.
I know that mint is good to have planted around your house. It helps keep rodents out. And I know this to be true because I have mint around my house and I have no rodent in my house. And I live on 20 acres in a big field, and we have lots of field mice. None of them come inside my house.
Yeah, they really hate mint. I mean, they must have some against fresh breath or whatever.
The other thing you need to make sure that you do in the spring is you're getting ready to mow the lawn. So you should probably, now is a good time to get your lawnmower, regardless if it's a push mower or a riding lawnmower, you need to get it serviced. Get your blades sharpened or replaced. Make sure it's going to start for you. get everything and get all of those nice, lovely tools taken care of.
Well, yeah, and most hardware stores have like a little tune-up kit if you want to do yourself, replace the spark plug, change out the oil, filter. That's
Absolutely.
it's important.
And some of my big advice when it comes to your lawn care and your gardening is you need to wait until the temperature is consistently over 60 degrees before you start any of that, because you get little bugs, like bees, mason bees, some of your pollinators that actually live in like the closed up flowers under the leaves. And if you wait and they get out of being hibernated, then you have more pollinators. Just FYI.
Yeah, we had a wasp fly through yesterday. Not a fan of the wasps.
Well,
We'll
they
keep
get
the
all the way.
bees. Yeah,
Mason bees, honeybees, they're all great.
we'll keep them. They're totally
Absolutely.
cute. And honey, delish. I learned something new about honey too, actually. Is that there's the spring honey is, in my opinion, my preference, personal. That's all. Disclaimer. I like the spring honey because it's sourced from fireweed and all the fresh, well, locally, all the fresh little flowers popping up, and that honey comes out like a real light, sweet, beautiful flavor. Where if you're going for the fall honey, it's still good, but it's a lot darker, and the flowers that they're getting their pollen from are just a lot heavier, and that honey has a more potent flavor. So I just like the light stuff, but,
Absolutely.
nice to know.
So, that is all for part 1 today. But make sure you guys keep an eye out for part 2 and what we need to do inside to get your house ready for the spring and the summer months. Again, this is Lisa and Amanda with Century 21 North Homes, Burlington. Ha! I said it all. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for part 2.